No, I'm back. We're all good. We're all good.
Okay, bye.
Tova Solid goes for the fastest lap. Oh, no, wait. I think the game's glitched. Kicks. Oh.
Yo.
Yes.
No, I was just double checking that you've got everything sorted with your audio settings now, because there was some technical difficulties before.
Yes, my audio is now working. I made sure that I've got the right device on.
Yeah. When I could hear you on stream, like, you were still pretty quiet. So like kicks and the gameplay audio were a lot louder than you were. So just see if there's a way that you can turn your audio up a little bit more.
Okay. Can you hear me now properly? Because my audio is now set to max.
I can hear you. I can hear you on Discord, but you're not. I don't think you're live on Twitch right now.
The stream should be okay on Twitch. I've checked.
Alright, yeah. Let me have a look.
Oh, I've just got another invite because I believe the game's a bit broken. Oh. No! What are you doing? Shift tab.
Right, yeah. Everything looks good on Twitch now as well. So
Okay, thank you.
I'll leave and let you get on with it.
That's great. Okay, so we've restarted. We have restarted because I think there are a few game issues. Can you try and get Kicks back?
So basically, you know how Codemasters claim to have fixed every single bug?
Yes.
Yeah, one thing they didn't mention is that all those bugs that they fixed, they actually still remain. It's just only at Imola, which is where we're racing. So desync still exists, but only at Imola. All the bugs that they fixed still exist, but only at Imola.
Strange.
Okay, and apparently we're going to try and restart and see if... You know, we might have to red flag this race again because...
Apologies for everything that's happened previously, but the headphones are now good, the stream settings are now good, everything should be all good, and... Yes, this is all good. So... It's going to be Imola, again, it's going to be short qualifying, 18 minutes, and it's going to be 50% race, 32 laps. And this time it should work.
Oh boy, you gotta love code noobs.
Well, I've now got it so that everything's working, so...
We should see. Apparently all those bugs they claim to have fixed still exist at Imola.
Well, that's to do with the game, not to do with the stream settings. Hopefully they won't get in the way too much. You never know.
Alright, Bug Masters. Alright. So, welcome to Season 2, Round 2 of the Global Formula League Tier 1, where today we are racing at Imola.
Correct. And we'll start off with the qualifying session, which is a short qualifying session of 18 minutes. The order of the qualifying session will of course determine the starting grid on the race, and the race is a 50% race, which is 32 laps in total, and car performance is set to equal. So,
Indeed, and whatever tyres the top 10 qualify on, they have to start the race on, whereas those outside the top 10 can start on any tyres they like.
yes, something to bear in mind if you're wanting to get into the top 10, but also wanting to possibly try a slightly different strategy in the race.
So, qualifying is about to begin.
Indeed, we are about to start qualifying. I believe it's 19 drivers. Was it 19 drivers we had? I think so.
hmm
And of course,
Yes, and yes, speaking about esports, I did the qualifying for esports, and so like the first qualifying for esports to become an esports driver was at Austria. So there I was driving around Austria, overtaking Daniel Ricciardo, and he just turned into me and smashed me into the wall. And then because of that, I got a score of 0, which means I did not qualify.
gotta love the AI.
And we've got 20 drivers.
We now have all 20 drivers. Fantastic. We're gonna have the track map.
And so
the qualifying shall begin.
Imola is one of only a few tracks that go anti-clockwise, I believe. Yes. Can you name the other tracks that go anti-clockwise, qualify? As we have a lot of cars exiting the pits now.
Yes, we are on board with James Bond. Just exiting the pits right now as we speak. Atomic is also on an outlap at the moment, as is Sefi, Karma, and quite a few other drivers as well.
Okay, if you're not going to answer my question, I'll leave it to the viewers. Can you name as many anti-clockwise tracks as you can?
Yes, viewers, please comment in chat, what are the anti-clockwise tracks? I've thought of one already, but I'm not going to say it in case you've not thought of it just yet.
So I'm currently on board with X-Hawk in the Mercedes on a outlap, not warming the tyres, doing a...
And interestingly, X-Hawk has gone for the medium compound tyre. It'll be interesting to see if they can qualify in the top 10 on that medium compound tyre.
I believe there are 6 anti-clockwise tracks in the calendar currently. Melon has gone for Brazil, Singapore, Imola, Azerbaijan, and Hawk goes straight into the pit lane.
Yep. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe they've thought that they've gone for the wrong sort
of... there's a mistake for Hog and is in the wall.
Just seen that, and there's a yellow flag in sector 3.
We've got a prediction in chat that X-Hawk will crash in the race.
Ooh, we like predictions. We'll see exactly whose prediction is correct, as Haj goes very wide just there. And again a bit wide. You have to be careful of track limits, because track limits are going to be set strict. Yellows in sector 2 and 3, that was just drivers slowing down because in qualifying traffic will become an issue, and Karma sets a 115 and then Atomic sets a 130.
Zephy sets a 115. Karma set to 1:15. Namagan set to 1:15.
Lap times are coming in quite quickly. We have 1:15s, 1:14s. Hard is coming into the pits. Have a yellow flag in sector 3. James Bond sets a 1:16.5. Nathan Leesy currently has an invalidated lap time, so this lap isn't going to count. Danny is currently on a lap.
So Azerbaijan is anti-clockwise. That is correct.
And that's a 1:15.122 for Danny into 4th position. Let's see what Nathan Leesy is doing currently. Nathan Leesy is currently in
Singapore
sector
is
2.
anti-clockwise.
Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3 due to traffic. And that's another invalidated lap time for Nathan Leesy. Currently on board with Axel in 17th position in the Williams.
He's got Yasin ahead of him. Yasin.
And James Bond gets a 5 place grid penalty for a collision with broken gears.
Oh no.
So already we have our first penalty, which is a 5 place grid penalty.
So yes, Azerbaijan and Singapore are indeed anti-clockwise. The Circuit of the Americas is anti-clockwise. Brazil is indeed anti-clockwise, that was correct. Imola, of course, anti-clockwise. Abu Dhabi, anti-clockwise. And Suzuka, anti-clockwise.
X-Hawk is currently on a invalidated lap time, so let's go to another driver.
We got another prediction that Gremmy Gaming will get a drive-through penalty in the race.
Well, Gremmy Gaming did get drive-through penalties previously, so... Let's see what Gremmy is actually doing currently. Gremmy is currently coming into sector 3.
He's currently P10 with a 1:15.5.
And the only medium tyre compound runner is currently P12. So, I expect everyone to be using the soft compound tyre, and therefore the top 10 will almost certainly be starting the race on that soft compound tyre. And Gremmy enters the pits.
I guess Gremmy's entering the pits for a drive-through.
Nope. Currently on board with Yasin, who has just slowed down to let another car pass, so...
The gap between Atomic and Yasin is 0.9 seconds.
So quite a substantial gap, and then it's all very close from 5th downwards. A lot of people in the 1:15s, as there's a yellow flag in sector 1.
Both Red Bulls are yet to set a time. They of course got a 1-2 in the last race.
Well, we're currently on board with Trilex, who seems to be going relatively quickly.
So in case you did not watch last race, it was Trilex won the last race, Nova got second, with 10 seconds of penalties finished P6. But after the race, the stewards, which I am one of, decided that the penalties, after watching the evidence and the replays, they were unfair, so the 10 seconds were removed and Nova was promoted back to P2.
So it was a Red Bull 1-2 as
And Nathan Lisi has spun and hit the wall. That was a huge spin from Nathan
Wow.
at one of the chicanes.
Trilex went very wide there and currently has an invalidated lap time because of it.
Nathan Lisi in the Alfa Romeo went across, I think, may have hit the sausage curb at the first chicane and had a huge spin across the gravel and just tapped his front wing against the wall.
Yes. Nathan Lisi has spin in the walls a little bit there.
Trilex is about to cross the line. I'm guessing to start a flying lap.
And everyone is on the soft compound tyre. Everyone is on the soft compound tyre.
And Trilex has slowed down and has started warming tyres.
I'm currently on board with... Oi! Nathan Lisi goes very wide again there. Straight on at one of the chicanes.
There's an Aston Martin going slowly. And my game has just crashed.
HTML is on a lap, but not a lap that's very quick. They're currently 1.5 seconds down by the end of the second sector. Whoa, a bit twitchy there from Race Monster Nick. So Danny moves out the way to let other vehicles past. Race Monster Nick has an invalidated lap time. Trilex and Nova still yet to set a lap. And Nova has just left the pits. So Nova is on their out lap. Yellow flag in sector 3. Russell Savvy just goes up to 15th and then gets knocked down to 16th. Trilex sets a 114.4. Yellow in sector 2. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left of qualifying. So these few laps are going to be critical.
Hello, am I back?
You are back. Seffi has just retired. They will not be improving past. Oh my goodness! That was a McLaren right in the middle of the track. I think that might have been Seffi.
So my computer completely crashed.
Gotta love technical issues, haven't we? Gotta love technical issues.
Oh, I just saw that McLaren now in the middle of the track. Wow.
So Seffi will not be improving past P11. That does mean, of course, they will get free tyre choice to start the race.
Indeed.
So, is there anyone currently on a lap or improving? Haj has just invalidated their lap. There's a tyre in the middle of the road. Oh my goodness. That might have been from the McLaren. Previously, we're on board with Davison, who also has an invalidated lap. And Nova has gone into second with a 1:14.415. So the Red Bulls are currently second and third.
I am going to once again make a prediction after qualifying on who I think will win the race. Last time...
Whoa! That was Nova really cutting that chicane, probably because it's an in lap. So of course the lap is now invalid.
So last race, Melon was on pole. I believe Trilex was P3, and I predicted Trilex would win the race. And Trilex did indeed win the race. So after qualifying, I will once again make my prediction, and we will see if I can get 2 from 2, shall we?
Was that a purple sector from HTML? HTML is really on a charge at the moment. So HTML is currently on a lap. Just about to go over the start, finish straight now in the Williams. And that is third for HTML with a 1:14.468. So it's getting really close up in the top 2, 3, 4 places again.
Indeed, there's still 0.6 seconds between Atomic and Nova though.
We're on board with the Ace and Nursing if they're able to improve. We've got 4 yellows in sector 1. And 2 minutes left of qualifying. So any drivers who are currently out want to make the most of this time.
There's a McLaren going slowly, and there's an Aston Martin going slowly as well. Jason doing great around the chicane there. Going up to Race Monster Nick.
Yep. We're currently on board with Jason right now.
Around the final 2 corners. Just about kept it on track.
This looks like a good lap coming right up.
P4.
1:14.486.
So Yasin has a 1:14.486, Trilex has a 1:14.486. But since Trilex set his time first, he should be P4, not Yasin.
But currently it's stating
unless
P4 is for Yasin.
Unless Yasin actually has a 1:14.485.9, say, and Trilex has like a 1:14.486.1. So it's like it's going to the 4th decimal place for P4 there.
I was going to say Trilex was on a lap, but their lap is invalidated, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to get round to the line again, so Trilex is not able to improve on P5.
I think Race Monster Nick...
Race Monster Nick is on an invalidated lap time, and they won't be able to get back round in time. Oh, they
Danny
might
is
be able to.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, just about manages to start a flying lap.
So,
Race Monster Nick will be the last across the line at the end of qualifying.
Indeed. Now,
nice smooth there
we're
from
currently on board
Nick.
with Haj. Haj has just taken the checkered flag, and it stays P12.
This is nice smooth driving from Race Monster Nick
Karma's
here.
just set a purple middle sector, so look out for Karma.
Oh, that was off there. Race Monster Nick went slightly off track, and I believe that might be invalidated. Yep. Race Monster Nick is invalidated.
So Race Monster Nick cannot improve, and Axel gets a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Thomas Tabby. And Karma goes P2 on that last attempt. 114.3. Excellent stuff. So Race Monster Nick has gone wide, getting out of the way of other drivers. Danny is currently on a lap, but it's a very slow one, so they are not going to improve. Sephi can't improve, and that is the grid completed.
So P4 is a 114.468, P5 is a 114.486, and P6 is a 114.486.
So close out there.
And then we have Atomic, who is a full half a second ahead of P2.
And just to point things out, we have second all the way down to 16th covered in 1 second. 1 second covering P2 all the way down to P16.
Okay, so are you ready for my prediction?
Go on, we're as ready as ever.
On who will win the race? Okay. I predict the race winner will be Karma.
Ooh.
Karma from P2 to P1. You heard it here first.
Don't rule out Nova though.
Or HTML. HTML is pretty fast as well.
I would also say don't rule out Gremmy Gaming either, but Gremmy's all the way down in P16. Can they improve from P16? We will find out. And here we go. We start the race.
Apparently I pronounced Trilex incorrectly. Oh, it's Trilex.
So, final setup's about to change, and then...
Oh. I pronounced Trilex incorrectly. I pronounced it Karma. Okay, I get it now.
So, the race is just about ready to start.
2, 1. Okay, the lights coming on now.
3, 4, 5 lights, and away
lights
we go!
Out and away we go.
Start.
It's a good start from Karma, who goes ahead into turn 1.
And Karma is in the lead as we enter turn 1. Couple of cars going out wide, but so far so good. Yellow flag already. As we look at the predicted pit stop strategy, for the one stop you want to go from the soft to the hard at about lap 11.
As Atomic is going to look for a move on Karma, got the slipstream. Is he going to make the move done into this corner? He is not. He's going to back off.
We are currently on board with Atomic, seeing if they can make a move on Karma.
Oh, there's some oversteer there. There's a move on Karma. Karma's spun. Karma has spun. Karma's dropping back. Karma's all the way down in P12, P13, 14, 15, 16. That was a really big mistake there from Karma.
That was a huge error for Karma as they run wide at the chicane again. Also of note is that James Bond is all the way down in 20th position. There's a yellow flag in sector 3 as we have Hard dropping back as well.
Karma has a 5-second penalty
for speeding in the pit lane.
That is not... Okay, I think unless it's a safety car, we can pretty much rule out Karma. So my prediction... Oh, as Davisi is looking for a move on Yasin. And right behind is Race Monster Nick. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1 and 2. As Sefi is also in the pit lane. There's a Haas and I believe... as... Whoa, everyone just...
Safety car, there's a virtual safety car. HTML has DNF'd.
HTML DNF'd, everyone teleported, and now there's a virtual safety car. Okay.
Whoa! There was a car right in the middle of the track there. I think that was HTML. So yeah, lap 11 to lap 13. One stop, soft to hard.
It is indeed HTML.
17, medium to hard.
Okay, HTML's car has been removed from the track now, so this virtual safety car should be ending soon. I think that virtual safety car may have given Atomic a slight advantage as the gap is now over 3 seconds. It's now over 1 second, I mean. Yeah, over 1 second, I mean. I was looking at the gap between first and third. 1.7, so out of DRS range on lap 3.
And Karma is 23 seconds back with a 5-second penalty.
Although the gap's decreasing to 0.6 now, as I believe the virtual safety car...
And a driving penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car!
So... we had a prediction that Gremmy would get a drive-through, but so far the only drive-through is for Yazin, for speeding on the virtual safety car.
Remember, keep the delta positive.
And Gremmy Gaming is dropping back. What happened to Gremmy? He seems to have had a spin.
Has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
It looks pretty close between the two Aston Martins and Trilex.
And Hawk gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Oh, Yazin is dropping back because he's serving his
That's the
pit stop.
penalty.
He's serving his drive-through, yes. And there's a move here, is there? Looked like there was gonna be a move from Trilex. I keep seeing the white Red Bull and thinking it's a Haas. I don't really like it.
Remy has just entered the pits.
Apparently on the stream it's just Alpine 24/7.
We're currently on board with Grammy, who has come on to hard tyres. Yellow in sector 1. Oh, virtual safety car! We have a virtual safety car.
There's another virtual safety car, and Trilex is getting all over the back of Danny. And no, Trilex goes into the box. Is Trilex going for a 2-stop?
It would be a bit early for 1 stop from here.
Yep, Trilex is going on to the mediums.
And Broken Gears gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
So, the ideal time to box would be behind virtual safety car when everyone else is slowed down, as you lose less time.
However, by doing it this early, you're going on to a 2-stop strategy.
Not necessarily, as HTML has left the session. That's okay, they DNF'd.
You can't get medium tyres on to do 27 laps.
You could potentially go for the hards and try and do 25 25, 26, 27 laps in the hards.
Seffi is in the pits for front wing change and soft tyres. Virtual safety car is over, DRS is enabled.
Yep. So currently we have an Alpine P1, Red Bull P2, Alfa Romeo P3, Alfa Tauri P4, and Aston Martin P5 and 6. As Race Monster Nick is gaining on Schmoll Deepchak into turn 1, around the outside. Is the move going to be done? There's contact, and the Alfa Tauri just stays ahead. That was some pretty good racing there.
That was close. But bearing in mind Race Monster Nick does have a penalty they will need to serve at some point. There's a yellow in Sector 1, there's a Mercedes that's stopped on the track.
It looks like X-Hawk.
Yes, it's X-Hawk. They've spun and they've stopped on track.
Race Monster Nick, is he gonna go for a move anytime?
Oh, and there's
soon?
another. And X-Hawk has just lost it again and hit the wall again. They are not having a very good race at the moment. Right down in 15th. And James Bond gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Atomic sets the fastest lap, 1:18.085.
Nathan Leesy is now looking for a move on Namagon into turn 1. With DRS open, this should be quite an easy move. Around the outside.
And that is move complete. Remember that Namagon is also...
Oh, James Bond has spun just in front of Yazin.
And that's a...
And X-Hawk has been caught up in it as well, I believe. X-Hawk has got no front wing. James Bond has rejoined the track.
Safety car again.
Seems people are having some difficulties with the new track added to the game.
Indeed.
And Atomic is now 4 seconds ahead of Nova. Drive-through penalty for Atomic for speeding on the virtual safety car. Spotify, are you there? Spotify. Hello, Spotify. We have lost Spotify. Spotify. Okay, we've lost Spotify, so I don't know what's going on. As Schmoll, Deepchak and Race Monster Nick once again going at it. I don't know what Spotify is looking at. I can only commentate on what I'm seeing. Tova has dropped back a bit. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2 as a McLaren is stopped on track. Of Seffi who span. Seffi all the way down in P19. And there's an Alpine as well, I believe.
Atomic just sets the fastest lap, 1:17.845. James Bond has left the session.
And Spotify is back. There we go. We've got Spotify back. Spotify, are you okay?
Yes, I am.
You were gone for like 2 minutes. So, Atomic with a drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car means that I believe Nova is now the favourite to win the race. They've gone on and boxed. They've gone on to the medium tyres. Trilex also on the medium tyres. They're P10 and 11, the two Red Bulls.
Yellow's in sector 1 and 2. James
There's a
Bond.
Mercedes going stationary on track.
Yes, I see that. That's in the end of sector 1.
It's X-Hawk again.
X-Hawk is not having a very good race at all.
And Atomic goes to serve their drive-through penalty, I believe. They go through the pit lane. And that's the drive-through penalty.
That's the drive-through penalty, so they will not be in the lead anymore. That will hurt them quite dearly.
We now have the AlphaTauri of Davisi in the lead.
With Race Monster Nick in seconds, but bearing in mind, Race Monster Nick has 3 seconds of penalty, they will need to serve at some point during this race.
It's pretty close between the two Aston Martins and the AlphaTauri of Shamala Deepchak. And Broken Gears overtakes Tova as they enter the pits. What's Tova gone on for? They've gone on to the mediums as well, and Axel sets the new fastest lap in the Williams, a 1:17.3.
Yep, we are now on board with Axel.
There's a spin. There's a spin for Nathan Leasy in the Alfa Romeo. That was what the yellow flag was. Karma gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Karma is now up to 8 seconds of penalties. 8 seconds.
So the biggest gainers so far are Schmal Deepchak up 12 places, Namagan up 12 places.
Nathan Leasy has just entered the pits.
And are they going for the hards or the mediums? They are going on to the mediums.
Ooh, 21 laps. Is that doable?
That should be doable. Trilex gets the 3-second time penalty. I believe now might be the time for the Davisi in the Alfa Romeo to come into the box. I believe a one-stop would be able to work now. Davisi only has 20% ERS available.
Ah, you're looking on the telemetry.
Down to 10%, so I believe he's going all out on an in lap, so I think he will be boxing this lap.
This is Davisi.
Davisi does indeed box this lap. And he slows down in time, no speeding in the pit lane there, so it's currently an Aston Martin 1-2.
Medium compound tyres go on.
Let's see if it's pretty close between the two Red Bulls of Nova and Trilex. We know what happened the last race, and Axel gets another 3-second time penalty.
And Grammy gets a 3-second time penalty as well, although Grammy is currently 22 seconds back from Axel. And there's a yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2. That's
a
like
Haas.
a Haas that's gone off.
As Trilex is very close to Nova now, catching up.
God, that was close between Davisi and Haj. And Haj spins again. Whoa!
Yeah, there's another yellow flag.
Interestingly, no safety cars so far, just virtual safety cars. Race Monster Nick gets another penalty. And that's another spin for Haj. They are not having a great time at the moment.
Race Monster Nick enters the pit lane and goes on to the mediums, so Danny takes the lead of this race, although is yet to box. It's really close between Nathan Lisi in the Alfa Romeo and Broken Gears in the Alpha Tauri for P9 as they're about to go round the final corner.
Virtual safety car! Virtual safety car!
And Broken Gears enters the pit lane. And gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as does his teammate Shamal Deepchak. Let's have a look. Who's really close to each other and might be able to benefit from this virtual safety car, maybe? So Tova is close to Nathan. Trilex is close to Nova. Other than that, the gaps are more than a second.
Yeah, the gaps seem to be more distant compared to the last event. And also bearing in mind, Sephi, Hawk and James Bond are all 1 lap down currently.
DRS is
and Danny
now
gets a 5-second
available.
penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Atomic and Danny yet to box, and Danny boxes now. Atomic goes up to P2, there's yellow flag in sector 2, and that's a Ferrari of Yazin is dropping back. And now Danny has gone into the box. So only Atomic is yet to box. I believe. No, Namagon started on the mediums, I believe. Yeah.
We're on lap. Namagon and Atomic are both on their original tyres.
Palmer is on 11 lap old mediums because they boxed on lap 2. Which does mean the net lead goes to Nova, and it is, as it stands, a Red Bull 1-2.
Except Trilex does have a penalty, but Race Monster Nick also has a penalty, and so does Danny. So these penalties will have some sort of effect on the race outcome. We're going to have to keep an eye on those as the race progresses. Atomic's sliding up a move on Namagon. DRS pass into the first corner. Atomic takes the lead of the race.
And there's a Mercedes going slowly. Karma is out.
It's Karma. Karma has stopped on track and has DNF.
The person before the race who I predicted to win is not going to take any further part in this race.
And Karma has left the session.
And that's a move as Tova gets a move done on Nathan Leasy, I believe. Any more action? Trilex might go for a move on Nova sometime soon. Davisi is close to Race Monster Nick.
Remember, there's no team orders at Red Bull, from what we can see at the moment.
Atomic is really pushing those soft tyres. I think they might be waiting for a safety car to come in and box.
Or a virtual safety car. Oh, that's pits. Atomic is boxing, and so is Namagon. And
Namagon has a
5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That could be costly. Medium tyres go on for Atomic.
And Atomic is now in the box, so it
Hard
is.
tyres go on for Namagon. Lots of penalties coming up for multiple warning switches of using track limits.
There's a Williams going slowly. But as it stands, it is, just like last race, a Red Bull 1-2. Does this make Red Bull the favourites for the Constructors' Championship then, if they get 2 1-2s in the first 2 races? I believe so.
Does it also make them favourites for the Drivers' Championship? Possibly. There's a yellow flag in sector 1.
That's a Williams.
Williams going slowly.
Axel is out of the race. That's a double DNF for Williams.
So Axel and HTML are both out of the race. Hodge gets another penalty for multiple warnings. Jason gets a penalty for multiple warnings. Core, how many drivers do not have penalties?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drivers without penalties.
Those Red Bulls are getting close together again.
Indeed.
But
And then the gap increases back to 0.7.
The gap closes up when DRS opens up, but then the gap increases again afterwards. It's all about biding your time, making sure you're close
And
enough.
Tova in the Ferrari has spun and is dropping back several places. Namagan has another 3-second penalty. Yellow flag in sectors 1 and 2 as that's a McLaren off track. Of Sefi has gone off track and smashes into a brake marker board and is being lapped by P10, which is Yazin, and spins again.
Spin again for Sefi. Cool. The McLaren team are not having a good race at Imola. With Gremy right down in 14th and Sefi right down in 16th.
Yellow flag in sector 2, that's a Mercedes.
It is. Oh, and off goes Sefi again, and that's the wheels. Sefi is out of the race. Sefi is out of this race. So just when you thought it
and
couldn't get worse
Trilex
for McLaren,
looking,
it has got worse, with one McLaren in P14 and another McLaren completely out of the race.
Trilex is gaining on Nova again. And then through this technical section, the gap increases. The gap is constantly under 1 second though. But with Trilex is 3 seconds.
Sefi has left the second. That's just because they've just retired.
It looks like Nova's race to win this. As Racemaster Nick has a little bit of oversteer. Danny is on the back of Davisi here. And they're catching up to a back marker. I believe. No, it's not. It's the other Aston Martin.
That will be Race Monster Nick. Race Monster Nick, Davisi and Danny are all close together.
And DRS is open for Danny. Will they go for a move into turn 1? And will it be inside or outside? Looks like it's gonna be the inside. DRS move done.
Nice pass.
Is it?
Oh.
And there's contact as Davisi hits the back of Danny. And will Davisi go for a move here? He will not. That's a move done. It's a Aston Martin 3-4 and a Red Bull 1-2.
But there are penalties that have to be taken into account.
Indeed, that would bring Davisi, the penalties would bring Davisi up to P3 and a spot on the podium.
Hard gets a 3-second penalty. So currently Trilex has 3 seconds of penalties. Race Monster Nick has 6 seconds. Danny has 5 seconds. Namagan has 8 seconds. Jason has 3 seconds. Brooke is 8. Hard 6.
Davisi only has 5% ERS, 3% ERS.
Smile has 5 seconds. Remy Gaming has 3 seconds.
And Namagon has been pushed off track by Tova.
And Tova gets a penalty.
Tova re-overtakes Namagon. Is Namagon going to have a look? Probably with DRS. Trilex gets another penalty.
Could there be a move going here between Namagan? Gremy gets a penalty.
Inside. Will there be... There's contact!
Contact!
And
they both spin! That's Namagan and Tovrasel both spinning out on turn 1.
That's the place where Verstappen pushed Hamilton over the curb on lap 1, turn 1.
But this is lap 20.
And now Davisi is within half a second of Danny still.
And James Bond has just been lapped by
There's
the
a
leaders
Mercedes off track. X-Hawk is off track again, going through the gravel.
X-Hawk's day so far has been pretty poor. 1 lap down and with 6 seconds of penalties. I don't think they're going to be getting into the points somehow.
Atomic sets the fastest lap.
As there's blue flags for traffic, X-Hawk gets another penalty. That means they're up to 9 seconds.
Namagon is catching up to Yazin. There's 0.2 seconds between them now.
This could be a nice DRS pass coming up.
Have to make the way through this little technical bit.
Currently into sector 2, so they're going to have to wait another half a lap before they can use DRS.
And Namagon is there.
And Trilex is closing in on Nova again. Again, just 0.8 seconds between them. So is it going to be close again between the two Red Bulls? It's been a very close race between them last time. It's been a very close race so far. Atomic sets another fastest lap.
The Haas made a little move, letting the Ferrari know he's there. And they're about to go around the final 2 corners, and Namagon's gonna have DRS. I think this could be a move. DRS open. Will they go down the inside or the outside? It's gonna go around the outside at turn 1. The move's done before the braking zone, and that was pretty simple.
Nice, straightforward DRS pass. Let's check back in with Davisi at the moment because they're quite close to Danny. On track this is, Danny does have penalties, so in terms of timings themselves, Davisi is ahead, but let's see what happens on track.
Nathan Leasy has a 3-second time penalty. Haag has a 3-second time penalty.
That puts
multiple
Haag
warnings.
at 9 seconds. See, track limits are being a huge factor in this.
The only 2 drivers without penalties at the moment are Atomic and Davisi.
And Atomic is flying at the moment, setting purple lap after purple lap.
Well, Deep Chat gets another penalty.
Let's go on board with Atomic just to see what their pace is like at the moment. Another fastest sector 1.
Davisi might have a move here sometime soon on Danny, as the gap's only half a second. And that's Davisi gained about 1/10 of a second there through that little chicane.
Okay, I can see why Atomic is setting fast laps. They've got the freshest tyres of anyone in the top runners. As Yasin comes into the pits, Smile comes into the pits. They've both gone onto soft tyres. So are they trying to go for the fastest lap?
If it wasn't for the drive-through penalty, Atomic would be leading this race by quite a margin. Davisi is catching up to Danny now, and out of the pits comes a back marker. Sinastin.
There's going to be a pass. There's going to be a pass between Danny and Davison soon. I can feel it. They are so close to each other. This is so intense.
Trilex is now 0.4 behind Nova.
That's the closest we've seen those Red Bulls. Could there be a pass on track? We know that Trilex has penalties and Nova does not.
Around the final chicane, coming up to the final 2 corners, the gap's dropped back to 0.8. And Atomic is within 0.6.
Yason overtakes Grammy.
Atomic is 0.6 behind Davisi, who is 0.6 behind Danny.
So
this is a nice little 3-way battle.
Yeah, Grammy is currently on 19 lap-old hard tyres.
So everyone has done 1 stop except Broken Gears has done 2, Yasin has done 2, and Shmuel Dietzschek and James Bond have both done 3.
That's the problem with a Haas.
There's a Haas off.
I think that's hard. Yep, hard just spun.
And it's very close now between the Alpine, Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin for P4, 5 and 6.
And Hard gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Davisi gets a penalty for multiple warnings.
Atomic is now the only driver without any penalties and is catching up to Davisi and Danny.
Jason now gets the fastest lap in those brand new soft tyres. Can they catch up?
Oh, there's a bit of oversteer there for Davisi and goes wide, and now Atomic can have a move done into the final 2 corners.
This could be Atomic's chance here to grab 5th place.
With DRS open, this could be 3 wide maybe.
As we see
already with Slipstream. Atomic has got the move done on Davisi. Catching up to Danny, can he get a double overtake?
I think he can.
Around the outside. That was a late move. Is there going to be contact? I don't think there was.
That was
and
a
that's
double overtake for Atomic. Nice move.
Indeed. Whew. That was some good racing there from Atomic.
Topher has just come into the pits and gone on to some soft tyres. Could this be to try and get the fastest lap point? Because there's only 6 laps to go. Because we could see cars now attempt the fastest lap. Just to see if they can get that point.
Exhawk boxes. Presumably for soft.
Getting rid of those horrid hard tyres. It's a box for softs.
So Nova is leading Trilex by 0.5 of a second.
Yep, the gap is closing again because of DRS.
Trilex also has 6 seconds of penalties and 3 lap older tyres.
Yeah, we've seen how this has happened before. With the DRS, Trilex is able to close up, but not enough to have a pass on Nova, and then it's not able to stay right behind Nova going around the rest of the lap, so the gap then drops back. It's currently at half a second. If Trilex can keep the gap at about this sort of distance, rather than it increasing to 0.8, then Trilex might have a good shot at a DRS overtake, but we can see that the gap is already opening back to 0.8 of a second, which means it's going to be status quo again, in that the DRS won't be sufficient.
It is extremely difficult to overtake on this track. There's pretty much only one overtaking zone, and that's into turn 1, which is where we're heading now, but Trilex I think is too far back for that to work. But we'll see. Yeah, too far back.
And that's another lap where the gap increases, decreases during the lap. Because it goes to 0.4 to 0.5.
And Debussy is 0.2 behind Danny. And Debussy has 2 seconds fewer penalties, so Debussy currently has P5, despite being P6 on track.
Debussy does need to allow their battery to charge up a little bit though, it's currently running quite low.
And as we go through here, is the gap going to increase by much? It's gone back up to 0.5 already. So
if we have a look at the regarding the fastest laps, Jason currently has the fastest lap with a 1:15.801. However, being in P11 means they're not going to get the fastest.
Trilex has gone for a move. Trilex has overtaken Nova into turn 1. That was out of the blue. Nova is down to P2.
Weren't expecting that one.
That was absolutely not expected at all. Was that team orders perhaps? Is Trilex going to try and create a gap of 6 seconds?
But you've got to be aware that Race Monster Nick is only half a second behind Nova.
With 6 seconds of penalties as well though. Nova and Atomic are the only 2 drivers with no penalties. So as it stands, it's Nova, Atomic, Trilex. Although Race Monster Nick is right behind Nova.
We're going to see how this pans out. Currently on board with Race Monster Nick, so that we can see exactly what happens down here.
Slipstream, DRS, overtake. But Nova also has DRS and Slipstream, so that's going to cancel out and not much is going to happen. But Nova can go for a move on Trilex, maybe?
Nope, not this time.
Oh, that's an...
Oh. Almost loses it just there. That's going to cost him a bit of time.
That was a good catch from Race Monster Nick there.
Good catch, but is that the fight for second over? I say second. We're talking about on-track activity here. We know that there's penalties that have to be dealt with. Tovrasol is 0.3 seconds behind Broken Gears. So there could be a DRS opportunity happening here.
Oh, Trilex is in the wall! Trilex is in the wall! Trilex span at the chicane, hit the wall. He's dropped down to P4. Atomic is now net P2.
I was watching the overtake that Tovrasol was doing on Broken Gears. I did not see that happening with Trilex. Wow.
I believe Trilex will now have a broken wing, but will they box? Is Trilex going to box? They are not going to box, they're going to stay out. Let's have a look at that wing. The wing seemed pretty intact.
It seems okay. Race Monster Nick is getting very close to Nova here. God, this is intense. With
So the final few laps here, the final few laps have had more action than the rest of the race so far, pretty much.
Of course, in terms of the drivers, it's now or never, basically.
So Atomic could still win this race. They're net P2, only 0.8 behind P1 with 1.5 laps to go.
Because bearing in mind, Race Monster Nick does have penalties.
Race Monster Nick is all over the back of Nova. And Atomic's over the back of Race Monster Nick.
Tight here.
Oh, Nova and Race Monster Nick got a better exit there. Let's see.
Race Monster Nick is so close to Nova here. Race Monster Nick could take P1 on track here.
Could this be another double overtake for Atomic for the lead? Slipstream, DRS. Nova won't have DRS.
Race Monster Nick is passing Nova for the lead.
Atomic around the outside. Atomic, is he going to take the lead of the race? Oh, there's contact! And Nova just stays ahead.
That was so close. There's 1 lap to go. We are on the final lap.
There's contact again. Down the inside. No, there's going to back out. Remember, this is for the lead of the race between Nova and Atomic, with Race Monster Nick's penalties.
Because remember, Race Monster Nick will cross the finish line first, adding on those penalties.
And Atomic is quicker than Nova, but Nova has the advantage of being ahead on track, and he hits the wall!
That's a spin.
Atomic hits the wall!
Atomic has lost the lead, or the opportunity to take the lead, and now has to defend from Trilex. That's Trilex and Danny through.
And Nova crosses the line to win the Imola Grand Prix. Race Monster Nick spins over the line and Nova has won the race. But who will get P2? It's Race Monster Nick, Atomic gets P3, Davisi P4, Danny P5, Trilex P6.
And then a long wait, because Nathan is 30 seconds behind.
James Bond P16, Exorc P15, Haga P14.
Those are all the lapped cars. Oh, there's a bit of action between P8 and P9. This could be close.
Namagan overtakes Tova. Tova nearly hits the pit entry.
Remy gets a penalty on the last lap.
There we go. Red Bull once again are your race winners today.
But Aston Martin, P2 and P5.
Trilex, last season's champion and the winner of the last race, down in P6 after that spin.
That spin could prove decisive later on in the championship. Depending on how close it is, that might be a contributing factor. Nathan Lee gets the drive of the day.
Who do you vote for your driver of the day, viewers? Don't forget to vote.
That was entertaining. What did you think of all of that? And who was your driver of the day?
And as it stands, Nova overtakes Trilex to take the top spot of the Drivers' Championship. How can you vote? You vote by typing it in Twitch chat. We've got 1 vote for Savvy in the Ferrari.
That was an entertaining last few laps.
And there is the confirmation. Atomic, after the drive-through penalty, came back to finish P3.
If it weren't for that drive-through penalty, Atomic would have won the race.
We've got 1 vote for Trilex, 1 vote for Savvy, 1 vote for Atomic, and 1 vote for Nick, and 1 vote for Small Deekchak. Obviously, Nathan Lisi went from P18 to P7. That was an entertaining race from
certainly an entertaining last few laps. Lots of penalties that had to be taken into account. And that was the Imola Grand Prix.
And it seems pretty much every driver has been voted once for Driver of the Day. So Spotify, who was your Driver of the Day?
Cool. I was focusing so much on the commentating, I didn't even have a chance to vote for driver of the day. I would have to say Nova on this occasion. They put in a stunning performance.
Well, the fans have voted, and driver of the day was Trilex. Congratulations to Trilex. Do we want anyone to come in for post-race interview?
Post-race interviews can take place if anyone wants to.
Let me get them in. Oh,
That was very entertaining.
Nova, our race winner and current championship leader. Congratulations.
Race leader. Jesus.
Congratulations, Nova, for winning that race. That
Thanks,
was
man.
pretty good.
Was it? From my POV, it seemed a bit boring, to be honest.
Well,
There was very. There wasn't a lot of action until 3 laps to go.
Oh no, it got
Yeah.
so intense.
we did have a look, and we did find that the gap between yourself and your teammate in second was remaining quite constant, and nothing seemed to happen until, as you say, the last.
Basically, we kept watching you and Trilex, waiting for an overtake. It didn't happen, and the one lap we weren't watching, the overtake happened.
But those last 3 laps were pretty good, I must say.
Alright. I had 80% wear at the end.
80% tyre wear, wow.
Can you just give me 2 seconds?
Indeed.
Sure.
Congratulations to our driver of the day, as voted by our viewers.
I'm gonna get Nick in here.
Yes, nice.
Nick's here.
So, Nick, how was that race from your perspective?
Yeah, quality was pretty bad. Second run, couldn't get track very bad. It was a disaster. But P9, P10. I started
Let's celebrate.
P10 or P9.
That's
I don't know.
24 viewers. Let's celebrate.
Celebrate? What? Got a 6-second time penalty for the corner cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I had the race set up, and yeah, P2 was pretty good. Yeah,
Glad to hear.
thanks.
So,
Oh, wait. I have
yes.
to give someone a shout out. It's he called Benno. He's my boss. Benno,
Yeah.
he's watching. Thanks, Benno, for watching.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
And are you looking forward to the next race at Portimao next week?
Yeah, of course. Last season I took pole there.
Oh really?
Hmm.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
That will
Last time we wrestled, a disaster.
So, that will be a good one to look out for. Portimao.
Really interesting circuit, very up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster.
Could we expect a roller coaster of a race?
I think it's almost guaranteed. See you next time for
See
The
you
roller
next.
coaster Grand Prix.
See you this time next week for for round number 3 of GFL Season 2 Tier 1, where we head to Portimao.
For the roller coaster Grand Prix.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
viewers.